As a manager and leader, you often have to give reviews. So this week we thought we'd explore giving reviews. As a manager, you probably have to give annual reviews to your team. And even if you don't, it's something worth doing. Over the next couple of episodes, we thought we'd explore how to prepare and how to give the annual review. So step 1, before the review. If you're giving reviews, then you're probably being reviewed yourself. So think about how you prepare for that and do the same thing. Look at a team member's objectives on what they have or have not achieved. And it's important that you score missed, met, or overachieved in the objectives. Sometimes putting a number by that in your mind will actually help you position where they are, not only within their own objectives, but against others. Write down the logic for this decision. You're going to need that logic when you talk to the person. Put down 3 things they could have done better and 3 things they do really well. So the learning opportunities and the achievement. And finally, think through the questions they might ask you. They're the same questions you might ask your boss. How could I get promoted? What could I do better? When will I get a rise? These are the sort of questions that they're thinking of and they're going to ask you. Okay, during the review, start by asking how they feel the year went. It really will help you judge the conversation and their connection to how you feel about them once they'd answered that question. If you have to give the employer a rating or a score, then don't wait till the end of the meeting to tell them. I typically try and tell them as quickly as I can. Again, that score will set the tone for the rest of the meeting. Sometimes you don't need to give them a final rating because maybe it's a 6-month review, but it's still important that they know how you think they're doing. Next, walk through the objectives and ask them to talk about them first. Don't give your view till they've given theirs. And then remember the logic you did in the preparation and tell them how you feel they went. Allow them to ask questions all the way through, but if you don't, prompt them at the end of each objective to make sure they understand what you've said. After this conversation, summarize with their good points first and then their learning opportunities. All along the way, make the notes that you need to make for what you've said and they've said, and that may be a really useful reference, as well as it shows that you're listening to what they're saying. Next week, we'll talk about ending the reviews and follow-up. But the bottom line here is, everyone who gives reviews also gets them. Think about how you'd like to be treated and extend that same courtesy to your people.